Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thanks for everyone coming. Really appreciate it. Very exciting day for us. I was just talking to Keith Patridge from MEDC. I see him here all the time now. You know, so many exciting things going on at SDC. It seems like we're doing this quite a bit, and so it's all about our partners. So I'd like to invite welcome a few folks. Our McAllen Mayor Villalobos, Commissioner Pepe. Where are you at? Deputy Director? Thank you. And then I'd like to introduce two of our SDC Board of Trustee members are here. Mr. Paul Rodriguez and Mrs. Delinda Alcantara. So one of our, should I say, senior board members and some of our new board members. Just introduce Keith, our director of our CEO of MEDC. And I'd also like to see she came out today, Dr. Sylvia Flores, who's president of Faculty Senate. And I think from the other administration is Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, and then we have several of our deans and other folks here. Appreciate you all coming out. So for us, very exciting. Under Dr. Solis's leadership, we started a CDL program with truck driving. Many of you probably saw it a few months ago. And we've been going strong and expanding it out, not only from here, from the Tech campus, but out to Starr County and out to Mid-Valley as well for CDL, for truck driving. And again, that was because of partnerships as well. So, these things we can't do on our own. And so reached out, we were looking to say there was a need for bus drivers, what can we do? Reached out to City of McAllen, pointed me to Mario Delgado, who will come up here in a minute. And then, obviously, Barry Bazell, who's with Metro McAllen as well, came and said, hey, that's great. There's a need for bus drivers. We have some buses. He said, we're actually renovating a bus. It'd be great if you could use it. And the good thing is it saves money for our students. When we come back and recoup our costs, instead of us having to buy a bus or lease a bus, which is very expensive, if we can work with McAllen, then we don't have to recoup that cost for the students. So very, very, very great partnership. Things that we're doing all the time. Dr. Solis has brought a lot of great partnerships to here, and then obviously Mayor Villalobos as well, working closely with us along with other folks in the Valley. So again, just want to thank everybody that's here. Sorry if I missed anyone. What I'd like to do is now introduce Dr. Ricardo Solis, our president of South Texas College. Dr. Solis.
Thank you, Dr. Plummer. Again, welcome to South Texas College, to our Technology Center. I wanted to emphasize how important what we're doing today with our partnerships. Yesterday we had an event with a very unusual event because we were partnering with a competitor. And that's something that you've never seen, especially when it comes to another organization that's in the business of education. And it was a very interesting one. We had the trustees were here, and Mr. Paul Rodriguez was there to witness that. A very unusual event. I had a lot of people kind of raise their eyebrows when they heard about it. But this is what's all about, is partnering with organizations, set aside competition, and work for the best of the community and our students and the economic well-being of the region. This was a company they're in the health business in the nursing area, and they also do similar what we do, not at the same level, and they're a nonprofit, they're not as accredited, but this is what we see happening. This is what we need to be doing at all levels, is working in that area. And finally, somebody had mentioned to me, well, that's good that you all are finally thinking out of the box. And I said, no, sir, no, we are not thinking out of the box, because we were never in the box to begin with. That's what South Texas College is all about, is providing the latest technology, the latest learning opportunities for all the citizens. Just like today, we're going to continue partnering with this project, with the trucking, like we started with the CDL a few months ago. We're going to be expanding we are already solidifying in Starr County, and then we're going to be going to Mid-Valley as well at the end of this year, providing the same programs, and then going into other areas as well. Today's just a testament of just the beginning. We have other great projects that I'm more excited about after talking with the MEDC, where Keith Patridge, there he is over there, he's hiding because he's just too busy, he's texting already the next prospect to come over here. And that is what we're doing here as well. I think most of you are aware we had several events here in a building that we have just a few feet behind us. And that building is a typical, what should I say, a facility that colleges use for other areas, other duties. We went ahead and converted it to utilize it for training for the prospects that are just being brought in by the economic development entities, in this case, Soho and other companies. This is what it takes, especially in today's economy, where it's extremely competitive and it's extremely difficult to find the trained workforce. I think we all know about this. And that is what's causing a lot of other issues amongst our economy, our inflationary issues with supply chain management and so on. So we're going to be part of that solution. So what we're doing with this building, thanks to our board, they approved this, that we went ahead and modified this facility to utilize for training for the companies that are coming down here while they're still in the process of either building or establishing at another facility, a permanent facility. In the meantime, they can start training and hiring, and preferably our students. But that's not, of course, our main concern is that they get started, and this is what we do, facilitate that. No college does that. None of them. We're the first ones that are providing these type of very innovative programs. That's why we're so excited about this. From health to technology, we're going to be providing very unique opportunities. And then, of course, we have other programs, as I was mentioning and talking to the MBDC this morning. We're going to be making some very, should I say, creative announcements very soon. We're going to try to be going into other areas, being very bold in the battery, EV, and the autonomous vehicle. That is our opportunity, being right here on the border with the bridges, with the crossing nearby. We're going to be able to go into autonomous vehicle. That is our next goal. We can venture into that area. And what better opportunity being on the border where we have one of the largest manufacturers of maquiladoras right across the border. And of course we have Monterrey, Nuevo León. Fortunately, we have our mayor that has been very active in going down there to visit with the different prospects, with the different, well, not just prospects, but this with the municipalities and with the state government to start these discussions. This is very exciting for STC because we're going to be right in the middle and at the forefront of these opportunities. So it's all tying in from technology to transportation, advanced manufacturing. So it's very exciting times, and it's going to be a great challenge and opportunity for STC to continue providing this opportunity. Without any further ado, then I'm going to go ahead and then maybe he'll be able to elaborate a little bit more about this venture with Mexico. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our mayor, my good friend, Mr. Javier Villalobos.
Good morning, and no, we're not going to elaborate too much. But anyway, you know what? These are pretty exciting times, like Dr. Solis says. And first of all, thank you for your leadership and the leadership of the trustees. In my 26 years that I have been here in the Valley, I have not seen the type of excitement that we have now with STC. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. And when we start talking about Dr. Solis talked about Monterrey, Apodaca. It's amazing what's going on, what we're trying to do, what STC is trying to do. It's gelling, it's coming together like never before. But a lot of it has to do with the leaders. This morning, Pepe, and we call him Pepe, he was introduced as Pepe, and I think that's like kind of like Prince. You can just call him one name and maybe one day I can just be Javier. But anyway, this morning, we did a groundbreaking in Los Encinos, an inclusive park with Hidalgo County. Last week, we afforded some money to UTRGV. Yesterday, we allocated some funds to STC. Next week, hopefully, with the help of our commissioners, hopefully we're going to allocate a good sum of money to STC for the purposes of nursing. So keep your fingers crossed, call your commissioners. But anyway, today's about this. Today's about transportation, and I'm just so happy to be part of this, because this is exactly what good government, what good leadership should do. Efficient and effective government and providing for the general welfare of the community. We're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now. Dr. Solis, trustees, thank you for your leadership.
You know what's interesting is the amount of partnership. I think sometimes we take it for granted. Hey, we all work together. We work with STC. Dr. Solis is saying we work with other schools. We work with the city. We work with the county. We work with school districts. However, what's interesting is people come down, like the Gates Foundation. Dr. Solis and I just talked to a congressman that came down and invited us to a panel because they're going like, what are you guys doing down here? How are you doing it? We're like, we're doing it for students. We're doing it for our community. And City of McAllen does their part. UTRGV does their part. South Texas College does their part. The county does their part. You know, our faculty, staff, everybody pitches in. It's for students. And they come down, they're amazed. And Dr. Rodriguez, who's one of our newest VPs, in charge of, I don't know his actual title, but it's getting money. So, you know, he's bringing down these foundations, and they're like, what are you guys doing? We go to we go to California, and we go to New York, and we go to all these other places. They're not doing what you guys are doing. And it's like, what's the value? I don't know how else to explain it, but it is. And so we do appreciate everyone here that's part of those partnerships, and it's amazing. And we always say this, I think. Once you get out of the county, South Texas College got like a sterling reputation nationwide. And I think sometimes we don't get to share that enough of all the things that we just got recertified for the Seal of Excellencia, one of the very few institutions. And so to kind of go back, that was my long way of going. We have great partnerships, City of McAllen, with the mayor, just said. And I'd like to introduce our other great partner for today, Mario Delgado. Please come up. He's our transit director from McAllen Metro. As soon as we called him and said, hey, we have a great idea, I think he and Barry were like in my office, about 8 minutes later or something. They just drove right up 29th Street to my office. So I do appreciate it, and thank you for everything.
Thank you. Good morning, and again, thank you all for being here. It is an exciting time for us. I mean, I know that it's been said a lot, but you guys don't understand how exciting it is for us. I'm looking at the guys here that are responsible for operations, because as an industry, we're struggling to find and retain drivers, and so this partnership is going to help alleviate just that. Before I go into any more details, I do like to recognize a couple of folks. Our assistant city managers, Mr. Jeff Johnston and Mr. Joe Veda, are here with us. Thank you. HR Director, Christina Flores is here as well, integral part of all this process. Our Assistant Transit Director, Mr. Robert LeLeon's here, and some of our operations and administration. So thank you all for being here and for your support. These are the individuals that help bring this together and make it successful. So again, we're excited about the partnership. As an industry, transportation agencies struggle to find drivers. As a matter of fact, we've gotten word that there's a likelihood that a very important national event, a bus rodeo, might be canceled this year because agencies don't have drivers to send to these events. And so agencies are also struggling to make rollout every day. The people that are affected are the people that depend on public transit. And so it's an important service that we provide. And we really are very excited about the partnership. We're excited about having the ability to bring somebody that is looking for a career, rewarding career, and can get the training that they need with the right equipment, and be able to start a career in public transit as a driver that's very rewarding. I'd like to announce that we have a hiring event next week on Tuesday, the 16th, from 9 a.m. to noon at the McAllen Convention Center. Anybody wishing to have a career in public transit, no experience needed. We will hopefully offer on the spot jobs to these individuals, put them through the training. And management, and thank you for the support, has also approved a $2,000 sign-in bonus for these individuals wishing to become a transit driver. So we're excited about that. Again, thank you very much. That's all that we have. Happy to answer any questions later, and I think we're going to have a groundbreaking after that, so I'll leave it to Mr. Plummer to let us know.
Thank you, and that does wrap it up. Really appreciate everybody coming out. And come to see the great wrap. And I know Linda and Adam didn't want me to mention them, but the PR department and Adam designed it, and it's a beautiful wrap. So if everybody could go outside, we'd like to go and do the ribbon cutting, take some pictures. Thank you all.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Yeah!